Thank you so much, Judy. Anybody who has been reading the program knows that I am jumping the line. I apologize to my fellow speakers, but I am literally on my way to Bradley Airport to catch a plane. There are a few things going on this week in Washington, and I hope all of you will forgive me. I want to thank New Haven, really, for coming together in this very profoundly moving way. I was at the memorial earlier this afternoon, and I don't know how many of you have gone to the back of the memorial where there's a plaque honoring Arthur Spiegel, who was the head of Federation at the time the memorial was built, the first on public land anywhere in the country commemorating the Holocaust, right here in New Haven. And there's also a plaque to the leading public officials who made it possible. Mayor Ed Logue, Congressman Frank Logue, and Congressman Bob Gymo. Bob Gymo, Frank Logue, honoring the Holocaust survivors. I don't have to get into ethnic history to tell you that we are together in Connecticut. We have always been together. We will be together in fighting hate. And that is the meaning of this gathering for me personally. And of course, today has very personal significance for me. My dad came to this country in 1935 to escape persecution in Germany. He was 17 years old. He came alone. He spoke no English. He had virtually nothing more than the shirt on his back, and he knew almost no one here. Every one of us in this room, or almost every one of us, has that kind of story to tell. It may have been a grandfather, it may have been a father or mother, but we are here because America opened its arms and its heart to them and to others who are different, as Judy said so well. We are a country that welcomes immigrants, and it is part of who we are. It is part of not only our law, but our heritage. And so today we come together in solidarity. My father used to say to me as a teenager, sometimes I would say to him, you know, it can never happen here in America. It can never happen here. We're America. My father would say, you know, it can happen anywhere, because all that's needed for the triumph of evil is for good people to do nothing. A famous saying he loved to repeat, and it is so true today. You are standing in solidarity to make sure that we stop anti-Semitism, anti-racial bigotry, and violence directed against anyone based on race or religion or any of the other differences that are impermissible in America. So I want to pledge to you that we're going to be fighting for more funding in the United States Senate, and I'm sure the Congress, more of the funding that goes to communities, support great law enforcement like we have here in Connecticut, and particularly New Haven, great first responders. The No Hate Act, which I am leading, which would increase and strengthen the penalties against bias and bigotry, violence, and other action. The kinds of measures that will provide not only funding, but also other kinds of support for efforts against them. But more than new laws and more money, we need the kind of consciousness that you are inspiring by your example. You are leading by example. New Haven is leading by example. I thank the mayor and Steve Ginsburg and Judy Alpern and all of the local leadership that are coming together today. You are leading by example for our nation. And as I go back to Washington, right now, I will take this picture with me. This picture is worth 1,000 words. Thank you so much for being here.